Ciao, this is Davide Biocchi speaking, and here we go with my weekly intermarket analysis. Let's start with the euro dollar that after this drawdown recently seemed to be involved in a consolidation sideways. So more or less it is up and down the parity that is exactly where we are right now, and the price is moving up and down, let's say, assuming this area 101, then 1017 as the next resistances, and the area that is around 0.965 and then 0.95 as support. This is how the euro dollar is now going on. Immediately after, we can see what is happening on commodities. Let's start with crude oil. The crude oil was able to be back to the very interesting area around, let's say, the level of $93 to $95 per barrel. This is an area that is more or less around here, and it's very clear that if the price will be above this level, we will see probably again a range in between 95 to 120. That is more or less this one, in which the oil remained a lot during the first part of the year. Or let's say this is a top because there is a resistance here, and then we will remain into this range that is 76, let's say, more or less, to 93, 94. So this is exactly what I expect from the crude oil to do. Another interesting commodity is the gold. So let's go back with the gold just to see what happened before. We have seen for a long time that the price of 1,680 worked really a lot as a support, okay? And let's say when the market went below this, we had a new minimum that was around the price of 1,620. Then, if we go in, let's say, details, for sure we have a different situation, because before the range was a $400 range, 1,680 to 2,080. But right now the range is really more and more small. Okay, so right now the present sideways is $110, $100, 1,620 to 1,730. But the previous very important level of 1,680 is working as a resistance. It was support, now resistance. So the range, the truly range in the last month is 1,620 to 1,680. Above this price, we will soon see 1,730. Otherwise, we are destined to see again this level hit, and this is not a good news for the gold, because 3 times in a row to go to the support, it's quite relevant. Let's see what is happening, because also on the stock indices, because we have a very, very different situation. This is Europe, Euro Stock 50, and let's say this is US, so this is the S&P 500. So the situation is Europe is really better and better. Let's say the market is quite bought in Europe in the last month, and still continue to be. This morning we opened very bad in Europe, but now we had a recovery and the market are moving into positive, and this is a good news. So we have the Euro Stock 50 that is above the price of 3,700. It's above the resistance, so it's very interesting. And the same situation that we can see here is visible if we go to the DAX. Even the DAX did the breakout of a quite relevant resistance here. So it's very clear this was the higher close, and we are right now facing this level that was intraday working as a resistance. So we have the opportunity to continue moving, despite the fact that the US are not doing so good, because if we look at the S&P 500, some difficulties are here, and the market came back in the last week, even if on Friday we have seen a recovery, we have seen a rebound. Let's see if this will continue today. But if we go to the Nasdaq, well, the situation of the Nasdaq is not good, because as we can see here, the Nasdaq was back to the previous support, and so this was the level that was hit again on Friday, and let's see what is going to happen. So we have a very serious situation if we look at the USA indices, and let's say we have this range for the Nasdaq that is quite important and relevant. We need to see the market above this level to continue growing. Otherwise, if we go below this, the market will go for a sell-off, in my opinion. So let's see what is going to happen. And Europe is really stronger in this moment. This is not frequent, but this is today's history. So thank you very much for being here. This is Davide Biocchi from Italy. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.